In this episode of Detroit Performs, a woman uses dance therapy to support intellectual, emotional, and motor functions of the body. A group of talented male vocalists. Therapists help clients explore thoughts, feelings, and emotions through the arts. And a funk and R&B band creates the feeling of a Detroit block party. It's all ahead on this edition of Detroit Performs.
Funding for Detroit Performs is provided by the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs and the National Endowment for the Arts, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Detroit Performs. I'm your host, DJ Oliver, and today is jam-packed with some of the best segments of Season 3 of Detroit Performs. Man, there are just so many talented artists we share with you every week. It was hard to narrow it down, but I'm delighted to share a few of them with you in this special edition. I'll also be taking you back to some of the venues I toured each episode. Check it out. Karen Barsy has been a dance therapist for over 25 years. She works with the incredible children here in this dance and movement therapy room, as well as holds classes in different places throughout Metro Detroit. Let's check out Karen and see what amazing advances dance therapy can achieve.
5, 6, 7, 8, swing! Back.
Do you like coming to dance class?
Yes, you're dancing.
Yes, you do. You like to turn around?
Yes.
Yes. You like to do that? Yes, you do.
I'm honestly very proud that I know that I'm a dancer, because it's very cool.
Well, dance therapy is a pretty unique and fun approach to therapy.
So if you don't move, you really can't learn. So that's one of the most important things about movement therapy, and it involves every muscle in the body.
There we go, we're gonna cross.
When I go into the different settings, the response very often is, I can't dance, but everybody can dance. Dance movement therapy is a psychotherapeutic use of movement to bring the whole well-being of a person together. We work with the physical, the psychological, the social, all different aspects. I meet them where they're at, and we go from there.
Dance and movement therapy to us is getting the children to move in whatever way they have to move.
I really liked the idea that it wasn't necessarily the traditional approach at a therapy. It's more just getting them used to being familiar with their own body and their surroundings.
Dance therapy is an excellent form of communication, especially for my son who can't speak, and so it gives him a way to learn how to express himself in a way that he can do, which is movement.
Sometimes dance therapy is used without any music, but music itself is very engaging in the moment.
My mom is, of course, my dance teacher, and I started from a very young age. I actually started in her second class, so I've grown up with dance.
At 5, 6, 7, 8, we have a group of kids who have Down syndrome or have autism. I have some that have cerebral palsy, and so we have different disabilities, but we bring them all together, so it's a good socialization activity for them.
Yes, all right.
I was born 16 weeks premature. I was about this size. I had every single medical device you could ever think of, including a high-powered ventilator hooked up to my body.
Cameron's had a rough start, and we were told that he wasn't going to walk or talk, and you could see after today that he clearly does both quite well. When he first started in this class, he was at the same level as majority of the other kids as far as functioning and that kind of thing, and he's come past that, but still loves to be there with that group, and I think it makes him feel good to come and help.
I love helping out, and But honestly, I live every day to help somebody because I was helping when I was a little baby.
Belma has autism. When I first started working with Belma, she really didn't have any audible speech. And she has really started talking.
Belma, she really caught on to me. I was really able to get her to really interact in the class. So that was kind of cool. And then I've always been her dance partner for the past 3 or 4 years.
She just really has connected in, which is wonderful to see.
You want to do ballet?
Yes.
Emily is Down syndrome, and she has been with me from when I first started the class in 2001.
Emily does not talk a lot to different people, but when she comes here, she wants to carry on a complete conversation with Karen. And it's changed over the years, and she's also learned to work with different kids.
There you go. Okay, what's next?
And when you put them in a dance class, then everybody's doing the same thing. And for her, again, communication is not the best thing, verbal communication, but she can do it through dance then, through being able to move around, work with people. She learns a lot more than we give her credit for. She's, as shown today, when she was able to, two months later, do the whole dance without realizing she was doing the whole dance again, right?
Yes.
It gives me a place where I can just not worry about school or other stuff in my life and just be happy about something and work towards the goal of other people.
By being here, first of all, and being able to work with a group, it's easier for her to go to another group and work with them. The one thing that Karen always does here that she likes the best is making wishes.
Let's see, how about smiley faces today?
And she will definitely tell Karen, we aren't always sure what it is, but we can sometimes interpret what it is, what she likes.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that will be exciting. It brings a great deal of joy to me to be able to help these other kids and to know that I've been able to use the gifts that God's given me to help them and make the most of their lives.
When they do the complete recital, all of us moms are standing back there and the tears are rolling down because it's great to see, how they can put all that together and what pride they take in doing it.
It gives them that chance to step out there and be like all those other kids. And they do such a fantastic, wonderful job. I'm proud of them every year.
Our next featured artist takes us to the Detroit School of Arts, where all the male vocalists have become part of the male ensemble, Vision.
It's something about the male voice when they all come together that everybody takes notice. And it's something about the warmth of the voice. And I think that's why it really just hits everybody.
There's a certain thought that everybody has when they hear you're from Detroit, especially when they hear you're from Detroit and they hear you like to sing, because Detroit is the heart of music.
Vision is the Detroit School of Arts male ensemble. And it came about when I first started teaching at DSA. I came in, they had all these girl groups. And I was like, okay, what do the fellas do? And so we decided that all the fellas who were vocal majors would come into one group. And the fellas came up with Vision. And they came up with it, said, because we are what DSA is, but we're also the people who are going to make a difference as we grow older. So our vision is that we're going to be different. And that's how it all came out.
Purpose of Vision is to build up young males in a perfect manner, not a negative. We help young males understand the whole vision of how males are supposed to be, how they're supposed to look, how they're supposed to treat other people as an equal to you, really.
We do a little bit of everything. We do Motown, we do jazz, we do gospel, we do spirituals, we do classical. So we do an array of everything. So wherever we're going, we can hit everybody's need.
Like a bridge on troubled water, I will lay me down.
Vision sings a lot of songs that are focused towards brotherhood.
So singing those songs in such a large group of young men, in such a large group of young men that I've grown close with, it's a different feeling. It's not the regular type of feeling you get when you're with probably a project choir and you're singing just random music. It's just the feeling of having your brothers around you and singing with your brothers is magical.
We're brothers forever, best friends through it all. We will stand together through the right and through the wrong.
When they're singing, what do I feel in their voices? For some of them, I hear relief from problems that they may have. From some of them, I hear leadership. I hear a longing to make the world better. I hear some saying, not a longing, but I am going to do it.
When I don't connect and understand the words that we're singing or the piece that we're singing, I won't feel anything because I didn't put anything into it. So once I put something into it, that's when I can start feeling the emotion of the song.
There are so many lessons that I've learned, not only through Vision, but through the opportunities that DSA and Ms. V has put in my life. I've learned to adapt, and I've also learned to work quickly. I've learned so much.
It just amazes me how she could change us. Like, I didn't expect that to happen.
You have to make sure the audience knows what the song is about. Let's try it one more time and over-pronounce the words.
And I came to DSA thinking I was about to be the top guy around the school, and then I heard certain people who are like singers and they've been through all the education and everything, and I'm just like, wow. And I was like, I want to be like that guy someday. All the knowledge Miss V gives us from her education and how we just bond so well with our in the brotherhood that we share. Sometimes Miss V can work on us personally. Sometimes she'll give information that we can all use, so it can help us in many different ways.
Not I. Ready? And. I had one young man who has never sung a solo, and in class you could barely hear him. When we did the Shoshaloza, this short one, that was his first solo, and I said, sing it. And he looked at me like, what? I said, sing it. He's like, and finally he opened up, and I think it frightened himself because this big voice came out, and he was like, wow. So now he's like, okay, I can do this now.
It can be a big change, it can be a small change. The big changes is the attitude they have, their first day in Vision. It'll change because they see whole different personalities all inside the group, and then they'll burst out and show their side of their color, and so it blends in with everybody else, and they feel home.
Being able to perform different music and have it interpreted 40 different types of ways and have each person sing it from their personal standpoint and personal point of view, it really showcases that everyone can come together, everyone can join as brothers, everyone can join as family and still come together and sing. And it shows the best of the best in Detroit, I feel, because I love my brothers.
Brothers forever, best friends through it all.
ArtSoul Therapy's mission is to provide therapeutic opportunities, empowering individuals to heal, grow, and discover. Let's take a look.
Art therapy is a way of expressing yourself through the arts. We have a motto in ArtSoul Therapy that we help people heal, discover, and grow through the arts. And so, depending on whatever the issue that they're dealing with, I'm hoping that someone can leave here, feel good about themselves, maybe feel empowered by the art that they've made.
Getting someone to understand art therapy is not about the art, it's about the process of creating the art. So then you'll see somebody who says, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't but yet they're able to express themselves, you know, in such a way that they weren't aware of. And I think for me, as a teacher, as an artist, as a therapist, that's what's so amazing.
We, through schooling, dealt with both psychology and understanding how art can help benefit people while participating. So we can also work with people that might have a hard time communicating to other people, people that might deal with autism, people that found that maybe talk therapy could be a little intimidating or they feel vulnerable. Well, they can be participating in art while they are sharing their thoughts and feelings at the same time.
It comforts me to do art of any kind. You don't think about particularly your problems that are going on all the time when you're doing art. You're just doing your picture. And it's very relaxing and soothing, and that's why art therapy is wonderful.
We work with individuals of all ages and abilities. I've had little ones 3 years old, and we've had people up into their 80s. And I think that's a magical part of art. You know, it transforms so many different people of all different areas.
One way that it can help is by, let's just say even with hand-eye coordination, where they're viewing something, and by viewing, they're able to look up and come back down and to practice. I have clients that sometimes even have to, because of an accident that's happened, their non-dominant hand needs to be used. And so that's where it can also help too, is to practice with that. I have a client that I've worked with that it brings up memories where they've had issues because of a closed-head injury. It can help bring up memories of their past and help them remember things that they've completely forgot about.
Well, when it came to art, yeah, I lost it. You know, it's like coming back from the dead, you know. Just slowly, it came back to me, you know. In the beginning, I couldn't draw a stick man. You know, people told me I could draw, and I didn't even remember I could draw. That's how bad it was. You know, but over the years, you know, it came back.
Michael has dealt with a closed-head injury and also with grief and loss. And he's a talented artist, but sometimes people need that push, that discipline to be someplace to create their art.
She brings out the creativity in me. I don't know why or how, but she does. It works. You know, doing it actually works. You know, it's not like medication or anything. This actually works, you know. If you're really into it and you're doing it, you know, your mind is, you know, you're here.
I love it. It's peaceful. Makes me peaceful. And I can use my own imagination too, which is good.
Joan is a client that has been in an accident, and so she does have some disability with her motor skills. So we work with art, being able to express yourself through that.
Art helps a lot physically and mentally. You put your mind on making something out of something, out of some things you like to do.
The way that I see her progress is she once came in and she was very stressful from what a day she had. And when I start working with her, she had such a difference in her where I could tell that all that what she was feeling throughout the day, she was able to calm down and say, I'm so glad that I'm here. I'm so glad that I'm giving this time to myself to be able to create this art.
Good feelings to me, good things that have happened to me, and and there's also bad things that I do away with in the past. It's always in the past. I always think about my future.
All you have to do is take the water and mess it up a little bit, and then it doesn't look so bad, see?
Mary Lou, she's had her own losses in her life and had her own challenges, so for her, she uses art kind of to combat the feelings of loneliness and grief and loss, and kind of transition that into working with others. So she comes to a lot of workshops that I do and shares her story with other people and just is real passionate about art.
You don't think of your situation when you're doing art. You're more relaxed and you just don't think about anything except what you're doing in the art. So you don't need to worry about, like I worry about, driving far and not finding a place or being upset or worrying about things. You don't do that.
So today, I'm going to see if you can guess what we're making. Let me see. Look at what's behind my back. Watch. This is a special one. So this kind of butterfly is called a wishing butterfly. The kids group today is their ages 5 to 8, and it's just an expressive arts group. So they come together and they don't have a particular goal in mind except to express themselves through their artwork.
These are called water paints, so this is what you do first. Dip it in the water, then dip it in the color you like, and then on your paper.
I think art can really help express emotion in so many ways, through color, through texture, through the placement of an image on the paper. And I think it is really an individual thing. People say, what color should I use, Erin? Where should I put it? Do you think it needs more blue? And I always say, what do you think? And it's frustrating, but it really makes you come back and think about your own. I don't know, where would I like to add more, and why, and what does it mean? And I think a lot of times when you go back and look at an art piece, you can see the story in there. You can kind of tell what was going on in someone's life, or gosh, that painting looks sad, or that looks so happy, or maybe a different time. It's not always, dealing with issues and grief and loss and trying to bring about different emotions. It's not always happy, but I think it's a learning process, and it's about healing and growing and really discovering, who you are, how you feel, and where you're going to go next.
Art helps heal because it's very meditative to be concentrating on a piece of art. Life is just stressful, and so to be able to take that time and to concentrate on something else besides all the problems that you're dealing with in life, it's nice and it's relaxing and it's putting you in the here and now. They can take that feeling to conquer everyday issues that people have.
The Infatuations are a celebration of every Motor City style. Imagine you're at a summertime block party in Motown. Sit back and enjoy the sounds and the story of the Infatuations.
We're not trying to chase a curve. We're trying to focus on crafting a better song when we write our songs.
Bringing it to you, you better watch your back now.
For me, real music, it accomplishes things. Music, is powerful, and when you treat it right, then you can use that power to make things happen.
I'll be standing here for better or worse, and
Right now, when you look at the industry, I feel like there's so many what I like to call microwave artists, and all the passion, the musicianship, the talent, all the heart, the blood, the tears, the sweat that goes into it is all lost on a lot of this stuff.
The Infatuations was born, I think, officially April 4th of 2009. I think we're a really good representation of, a hybrid of a lot of different music from a fan perspective. We're definitely fans of music first, and I think that shows in our writing and our performance and the sounds that we choose, from guitar tones to bass tones, drum tones, etc. The Infatuations musically are heavily influenced by a lot of music that's originated in Detroit. Motown being a huge influence on us, and a lot of the Detroit rock and roll that you hear that's come out of here from, I guess, the 60s up until now even.
I think there's something you can pull from everywhere, and if you don't pull influences from all those different places, I think you're kind of depriving yourself of something as an artist.
The atmosphere I think we're trying to create is looking out in the audience and seeing a wide array of people having a good time, getting along.
When you look at our shows, everybody's there, 6 to 60, black, white, purple, green, everybody's there. And I think, especially right now, with all this tension we got going on with race relations and all of that, I think, this is what we need.
I think the biggest reason to come to an Infatuations concert is to have a fantastic time and forget about all the minutia that life brings us. Just a great place to have a good time. That's my favorite place to be, is on that stage with those guys and gals.
I started thinking we'd be better off alone, 'cause it feels like I'm dancing on my name.
We're all writing collectively at this point.
I'm not going to say that every single song that's written by the Infatuations has this specific meaning we're trying to get across. In a lot of cases, we might have sat down and we were just trying to write a tune.
And she knows how to make you feel real good.
And when that thing is finished, if whatever it's become is that, you know, if it's that thing that's got a powerful message, if it's really trying to convey a certain thing, then we'll let it be that. But I don't think we set out to make something specific, you know, like that. We just let the music evolve, and I think that's when the best music is made. Monster is basically a warning to the sweet little young girl who is all starry-eyed and in love, you know, with me, but I just want to let her know that, hey, I'm a monster. So you just need to be prepared because I'm going to take you on a ride.
I'm the big bad wolf. Power on your feet and inhibition just as true.
I like the beep. I think it's one of my favorite songs to perform. Dancing on My Knees is always a fun one to play, and Diamond Disco. I mean, I'm playing disco in that song. I'm playing like Eagles, country, southern rock guitar, and I'm playing, you know, soul music in that tune, and rock guitar. There's a lot going on.
One crazy night in Frisco, there with Diamond Disco.
What do I want people to feel as they listen to my music? I want them to feel what they need to feel. I just want them to get whatever it is that they need in that moment in time, because like I said, it's all about making a difference. I want to see us right next to the names of all the great ones. You know, when you mention the Temptations, later on down the line, you're going to mention the Infatuations.
Yesterday morning, I stared out my window. I picked up my pen, girl, and wrote you this song.
And that wraps it up for this Best of Season 3 edition of Detroit Performs. As always, for more arts and culture, head to DetroitPerforms.org, where you'll find featured videos, blogs, and information on upcoming arts events. Also, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And keep watching every week for more astounding artists we are so lucky to have in and around the D. Until next Tuesday, get out there and show the world how Detroit performs, y'all. I'm DJ Oliver. Thanks for watching, guys.
Funding for Detroit Performs is provided by the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs and the National Endowment for the Arts, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.